friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julie. I am a mom to 5 and we are just finishing up our 7th year of homeschooling. As I am filming this, we still have about 2 weeks left of school to go, but I'm gonna go ahead today and kind of give you a year-end review for this 2020-2021 school year. I will try to go through this and talk and show you everything fairly quickly. I do tend to get long-winded on this style of video, but I'll try to not keep you too long today. This school year I had a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a 2nd grader, and a kindergartner. So I'm just gonna kind of give a review on this school year, how it went for us, the curriculum we used, and what we thought of it. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start by saying this was a really good school year. It was a very different school year, less pressures, less of a schedule, less extracurriculars because of what's going on in the world at this point. So it was a different year, but with those less pressures and less extra stuff we were doing, we really had a lot of good family time, a lot of time to devote to school. There were less days that were like, oh, we're running off and doing this and running off and doing that. We really had good, I guess, solid school days. As far as curriculum goes, I'll start off by talking about my kindergartners curriculum. So let me find it in my stack here. So for reading with her, we once again used Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. I just filmed a video. It just went up last week where I talked about, I really showed this curriculum in depth, showed a little review and kind of how we use it. So I'm not gonna say anything really more about how this curriculum works. We love it. We did start it a little bit later with Zara. She just wasn't catching on at the beginning of the school year. She is a young kindergartner. She won't be 6 until this November. So we did end up starting it pretty late in the year, and we're only about halfway through it. So I think we'll continue to go a bit through the summer. And then if we have some left to finish as she goes into grade 1, that is totally okay as well. We used Handwriting Without Tears again. She did 2 Handwriting Without Tears books. This is the 2nd one. In the first book that she did this year, she did a lot of uppercase letters, and so this book is more the lowercase letters. We've been using this curriculum since my oldest was in kindergarten, and I love the layout of it. I love how there's lots of pictures to color, and as you can see, Zara, my kindergartner, really enjoyed coloring all those pictures as well, and she's done really well with her writing. I always like to make sure I'm there to make sure she is forming her letters correctly, but for the most part now I just watch her and she remembers how to form each of the letters, so it's nice to be there. Here is our math curriculum for her. Missing the front cover, missing the back cover. I think it's even missing the first couple like title pages here. It was a well-used, well-loved book. This is our Math UC curriculum. So she did Math UC level primer this year. It's really just getting started on really simple stuff. So this is how the book starts. And then it goes on, and by the end of the year, she was getting into counting by 2s. She also did counting by 5s and counting by 10s, and then just some simple math. I have to show you this page too, because this is just Zara. Anytime I would walk away, if I wasn't right there telling her to do her next question or helping her along, she would just draw little girls on her page. And I just think, okay, I think I'm gonna keep that page in her little kindergarten portfolio, because that is her right now. She just draws little girls everywhere and anywhere. So that was really her curriculum. In kindergarten, we really just focus on math, reading, and writing. So she is ready for grade 1. Now for math for my other kids, I also have my 2nd grader's math book. He also lost front and back cover, and he did Math UC Beta this year. He did really well with math. He finished it pretty early on. He also did a lot of skip counting and then adding. As he went further on into the book, he did work with money. He learned to add some pretty big numbers this year, and then he also went on and did some long addition and some long subtraction, pages like this. Math UC is more of a mastery approach, and so they do a lot of work on 1, topic, on one concept, I guess, and then they really work on it and master it in each lesson. And so through the Matthew C curriculum, we will skip pages here and there. If I know that they understand the concept and there are still a couple more work pages, I'll see that and say, okay, you know what you're doing. We'll skip a couple pages. Let's go on to the next concept. So I am very flexible to do that if need be. Also, with my second graders math curriculum, it came with a test booklet as well. So at the end of each lesson, so there are 30 lessons. Each lesson has A, B, C, D, E, F. So there's a lot of parts. And at the end of each lesson, there is a test booklet where I could be giving him tests to do as well. We didn't really do them because, again, if I can see as he's going through the lesson, if I can tell that he knows what he's doing and he is understanding and getting most of the questions correct, then I didn't really bother doing the test this year. We did the like end of year final test, but that's it, because I follow along as he goes through and I know whether he is grasping everything or not, so I don't think the tests are necessary. This Matthew C curriculum also comes with math blocks. I just have this drawstring bag that I keep all of our manipulative blocks in, but they just look like this. Someone asked me recently what I think of the math blocks and how durable they are, I guess. And I messaged back and said, well, if you want to know how durable these math blocks are, I didn't buy them. I used these exact same math blocks growing up when I did Matthew C in elementary. And so when I told my mom I was gonna do Matthew C, she gave me a bunch of my and my siblings' manipulatives. And now my kids have been using them for, 7 years, and they are still in excellent, excellent shape. For math, for my older two kids who are in 5th grade and 3rd grade, they are doing teaching textbooks. Again, I did a video very recently talking more in depth about the teaching textbooks. Sorry, there are so many vehicles driving by my road and trucks making noise. More in depth of what we think of teaching textbooks and how it works. It is a program they do on the computer. And again, we are very happy with teaching textbooks. It's nice to go through a school year like this school year where I think we loved everything. We're gonna do basically the exact same thing again next year because we were just really happy with the curriculum that we used. Okay, so for our Bible curriculum, I have shared before what we used there and what I did this year. Did I grab my Bible book? I did. I thought I did. Give me a second. Where? Okay, found it. Like I said, I have a big, huge stack of books beside me. I printed up our own Bible curriculum this year, and these were printables from the website iblp.org. And so we did a character trait study. So basically, here's how it looks. We would learn a new character trait. I would have some reading to do. We would have a Bible story that talks about diligence. We would have a memory verse, and then we would have a hymn to learn, and we had a hymn story to go along with that hymn. So we did, I think, 8 different character trait studies, or maybe it's 10. I'm not gonna go ahead and count them right now, but we studied a lot of character traits. And then at the back of the book, I also just typed out a whole bunch more memory verses that I wanted us to learn through the school year as well. And we stopped right here. So we did that other page and then halfway through this page. So we almost completed our memory verses. I'm gonna make a new Bible curriculum this coming fall, and I'll just stick this on the back again as the back cover, and we'll finish off those Bible verses. My stack of books just about to collapse. Okay, I was really happy with this character trait study. I have no complaints. We did it, we liked it. I have always, every year that we've been homeschooling, I've kind of come up with my own Bible curriculum, what we'll do for our Bible time. And so I do have a plan for next school year. It's going to be different. I already have mostly everything typed out, printed out. I'm going to be assembling that very soon. And I will share with you guys what our Bible curriculum is. So that will be coming out in the near future. Okay, on to our core curriculum. So this was our first year using the Gather Round curriculum, which is a unit study approach. So I'm just gonna show you all of our books for what units we did this year. So we started off the year doing human body, We did the Asia unit study. So I bought the digital unit study, I laminated front cover and back cover and just did the binding myself, which I was really, really happy with. We did, these aren't really in order, but we did the space unit study. We are just now finishing up our last unit study, which is Earth Science. We did an Easter unit study, which was amazing. I would definitely recommend this one if you want to do an Easter unit study. We also did a Christmas unit study, and then we also did a Europe unit study. So those are all the units that we completed this year. Like I said, it's a unit study. It really includes all of your subjects except for math. It does include some Bible. I liked to do some separate Bible time to do a little bit more, but there is also Bible. It's definitely a Christian unit study, but it has your science, history, geography, art, grammar, spelling, writing. It is very, very thorough and very well-rounded. I know one popular question with this curriculum is it enough? I absolutely, without hesitation, I say that it is enough. Some people might use this and think, oh, I want to make sure my child's doing more grammar or more writing, or maybe this isn't enough history. And so you just kind of have to decide for yourself and for your family if it is enough. But for us, I definitely think that this curriculum, aside from your math, is enough. And if you want to add more, then you can feel free to add more. Okay, this hadn't been my initial plan, but I thought I do want to grab the kids' books so you can see a little bit more what's in these. So I did print up the pre-reader book for my kindergartner. Like I said, for kindergarten, we really do math, reading, and writing. And so this was not mandatory for her to complete, but I did always print up her books, and if she wanted to do them, she could. And she loves coloring, she loves cutting things out, and so she did use her pre-reader books a bit. So the pre-reader book goes alongside my teacher's manual, and it just has coloring pages, just very, very simple pages. On to my second grader, he used the early reader book this year. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you, why don't I show you lesson 8? So lesson 8, we studied Austria. In my teacher's guide, I have about 4 pages that I read aloud to all the kids as a group. And then these are just the work pages I'm showing you. So he colored the Austria flag. We found Austria on the map. And then he wrote an interesting fact. You might see a black eagle is what he wrote about Austria. Then we did a little activity. So this was our science page for this day where we studied hot and cold air. Then for Bible time, he had to copy out a Bible verse. Then for social studies, we did a page on trade and export. And so that was that page. And then last of all, we studied Franz Joseph Haydn, and we listened to some music by him. So this particular lesson didn't have any spelling or art, but here's a page where we did a little bit of art. Here's a page where we have some language arts. So each lesson looks different. Geography is not done every day, although I guess in this Europe unit, geography is done every day. History is not done every day. Science isn't done every day. Each day looks different, but it really is covering all of the subjects. So Charity, my third grader, is in early elementary level, and so similar to Simeon's book, but just that one level harder. Here's again Austria. Now my 5th grader, Elijah, he is in the upper elementary book. This level included a lot more research. Here's his page on Austria. He had to write something about the Black Eagle and then also write interesting facts for that lesson. He had to write his memory verse that we'd been working on all week by memory. His page on trade and economy is just a bit more detailed, a lot more information there. So that's kind of a quick look at what the Gather Round books look like on the inside, but like I said, we are very happy with this Gather Round curriculum. One thing I love about this curriculum, there are a lot of things, but the one thing I really love is that we did how many units this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we did 7 different units this school year. There's really no burnout or like feeling like, oh, I can't wait till we're done this school year. I'm so done learning about this topic. I want to complete this book. Because we are switching units every 5 or 6 weeks, it's like a new start again. We get near the end of the unit and maybe we think, okay, I'm about done learning this topic. I'm about done learning about earth science. Just like that, it's time for a new unit. Rather than learning about earth science, all of a sudden we're studying Asia. It's all new, it's a brand new book, brand new colorful pages, brand new topics. Like I said, next school year is going to look very similar to this school year. Yes, we are doing gather round curriculum. We're doing teaching textbooks again. My 3rd child, Simeon, is entering 3rd grade. So he will be starting teaching textbooks rather than using Matthew C. My daughter Zara, who's going into 1st grade, will still be doing Matthew C. So we're really doing a lot of the same stuff. I will say one small tweak we're making is that we're going to be doing handwriting without tears for all of the kids. For my oldest 3 especially, so that they can work on their cursive. So we'll just do that alongside our gather round books, but Elijah and Charity both need to work on their cursive, and then Simeon has not learned cursive yet, and so he's going to learn cursive using the handwriting without tears book next year. Oh, I did want to show one other thing. I just wanted to go through and share with you the read aloud books that we did this year. So I have a list where I just wrote down our read aloud books. We did Justin Morgan Had a Horse, Caddy Woodlawn, Pollyanna, Little Pear, The Poet's Dog, The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street, Stella by Starlight, Trumpet of the Swan, and Daddy Longlegs. Those are the books that I remembered to write down. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I missed a book or 2 that we read aloud and I didn't write down, but that works out to 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 books. That's not very many. I guess we read about 1 book a month. That doesn't seem like a lot, but we do spend a good 20 to 30 minutes every morning doing our read aloud books, and that's one of our favorite parts of the day. All right, that's it. Was that long-winded? I don't know, probably a little bit long-winded. In the next couple of weeks, I will be coming out with curriculum hauls for all 4 of my school-aged kids, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on that new content coming out. Thanks for watching. If you stuck it out all the way through to the end, please give me a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.